From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
So with that, we say a merry good evening, everyone. Welcome inside another edition of The Locker Room. That's my diminutive but mighty friend, Peter Hood. My name is Justin Prince. Pleasure to have you with us, Pete. Another busy night of basketball here in the 2-6L.
Love it. Rather be busy than bored. Yeah,
Yes.
We got a conference championship to decide on the girls' side. Sectionals for the ladies, hard to believe, begins next week. We'll have a full preview of that coming up later in the show. But we begin tonight, Jay Prince, with the boys, and we begin in the wide-open SAC.
Yeah, wide open may be an understatement. Coming into the night, 4 teams tied for first place with 4 games left to play on Friday. We got a little bit of clarity as Carroll and Snyder met up in a rematch of this year's Holiday Tournament title game.
Yeah, and of course it was Marty Beasley's Carroll Chargers who won that one back on December 28th. Michael Ealy and the Snyder Panthers looking for a little revenge. Speaking of Ealy, Prince, wouldn't be a Snyder highlight without that.
TPN.
Ealy, with 2 of his 16 points on the night, puts the Panthers up 11 late in the second quarter. Carroll, though, able to get some momentum before half. Ryan Preston beats the halftime buzzer. Deficit down to 10. Former Charger Chandler White likes what he sees there, and he likes what he sees here as well. Jalen Jackson early in the third quarter, spinning and scoring. Game high 21 for the sophomore. Moments later, looks like Ray Vollmer wants 3. Jay Prince,
Give him 3.
give him 3. The future Indiana State Sycamore had a dozen. That triple makes it a 5-point game, but Snyder says, not this time. Off the rebound, Dylan Duff going coast to coast. Duff leads the way for the Panthers with 17 points. And then it's Carson Jenkins. He wears Steph Curry's number, and Prince, he shot it like Steph tonight. 6 for 6 from the field, 4 threes, 16 points. Snyder holds on for a huge win, 56-55.
So we head over to Aboit. Homestead looking to keep pace with Snyder atop the SAC standings. Taking on Northrop this evening. Take you late in the third in this one. Sparty up. Patrick Raudenbush buries the long jumper. That makes it a 10-point game. It was Sparty by 8 after 3. But Northrop would not go away quietly. It's a 3-point game. Nick Haynes, clutch. 3-ball ties the game at 55. Next Northrop possession to Quay White. Open on the baseline. Buries the short jumper. The Bruins go up 2 after being down 10, and then under 2 to play now. Quaylen Pettis, floater game strong. 2 of his 21. That makes it a 5-point Northrop lead. Homestead, though, one final push. This is a good guy to get the ball to. Luke Goody, 3-ball, 16 for him on the night. Led the Spartans. Makes it a 1-point game. Bruins would hit a free throw to make it a 2-point cushion. Sparty gets a late look, but Devin Baney, the big block on Patrick Raudenbush to end the game. Northrop pulls the upset, 66-64.
So Snyder in first place. Lures trying to match them. Homestead and Carroll obviously now no longer in first place. Knights taking on the Wayne Generals tonight. Jalen Causey, professional bucket getter. Not professional, he doesn't get paid, but he looks like one at the high school level. At the high school level, I should say. Later on, that was Quincy Miles with the finger roll. Bishop Lures, though, has an answer. How about that pass to DeMarcus Hudson for the easy lay-in underneath the bucket? Generals hanging around. This is Miles again off the dribble. But the Knights, we told you would see Mr. Causey again. the professional bucket getter at the high school level. Straight away, same spot. They hang on to win a close one to Luers 78-75. So 68-65, I should say. They are tied now atop the SAC still with the Snyder Panthers.
We move on briefly to the NECC. Pat and Jim in Turtletown as two rivals collide. Central Noble traveling to take on Churubusco. First play of the game, Landon Jordan. Let's get this party started, shall we?
Hello.
Perlich. He didn't miss often tonight, but that's what happened when he did. Double-double for Landon, 13 points, 11 boards. Purdue Fort Wayne assistant Ryan Sims surely impressed with that, and I bet he likes what he sees from this kid, too. Connor Season hit an easy 2 in transition. He had 20 on the night. Later in the quarter, Sawyer Yoder off one leg.
Sure.
Why not?
Why not, man?
Why not? Makes it look easy.
Yeah.
24 for him, game high that ties the game at 8. But we mentioned Perlich earlier. Couldn't miss from 3 in the first quarter. Finishes with a team high 16. Busco, they get a little revenge on their rival. 70-61 your final.
Yeah. Central Noble beat them in the NECC tournament.
Yeah.
I believe that was the semifinals. And a packed house.
Yes.
In Churubusco tonight. Shout out Greg Moe, by the way. Big fan of ours, apparently, and he gave us a little love tonight. So, but big win for Churubusco.
Absolutely.
We switched from the boys to the girls, and we may be in the final days of the regular season for the ladies, but still some conference races to be decided, Jay Prince.
Yeah, indeed. The NE8, one of those, and in the 5 years since the conference was formed, Norwell and Belmont, well, they've reigned supreme. Norwell won in year 1, in year 3, the Squaws in years 2 and 4.
And the Knights, of course, once again back at the top of the conference standings, but they're joined by Columbia City, with both the Knights and Eagles having just one NE8 loss. Both teams in action tonight, looking to lock up shares of that conference crown. Yeah, we'll start at the Castle in Osseo, and Norwell squaring off with East Noble. Visiting Knights got the scoring started in this one. Grace Patton gets baseline to give East Noble an early 2-1 lead, but let's be real, this one all about your homestanding Knights tonight. Love the hustle. It ends in a Kaylee Filling bucket. She had 21. Later on, look at this pass from Lauren Bales. You like that one against Luers. Yeah. Lauren Bales threads the needle inside to Haley Henshin for the bucket. She had 7. And then the bounce pass, the fundamentals there, just underrated. Maya Shelton then reining in 3 of her 22 on the night. That led all scores. Norwell runs away with this one, 66-33. They clinch at least a share of the NE8 title. It's their 3rd in 5 seasons. So you know what decides if it's a share or if it's outright? This game right here. Columbia City traveling to take on New Haven. Pick up the action second quarter. That's a bucket from Braden Lickey. In some patient offense here for Columbia City, leads to the layup for Rebecca Marshall. Bulldogs, though, hanging around. Tamara Wade takes it herself to the bucket, gets the floater to go off glass, but it's the power of the baby. Lift that kid to the ceiling. Columbia City, co-NE8 champs Haley Urban taking it coast to coast for the layup. And then the pull-up Jay from the free throw line. Eagles, they win this one easily, 65-33. Congrats to them, their first NE8 title for them. Congrats indeed. To the SAC we go. Homestead, the host, they're squaring off with Northrop. It was a double-digit game and half. Brewers trying to hang around in the third. Jasia Scott hits the 3 to cut the deficit down to 16. But, you know, make no mistakes, this one all about Homestead. Riley Parker rolls home the 3 from the top of the yard. Can't leave her open. No, more from her shortly. Not a good idea. Later on, Ayanna Patterson goes glass for 2 of her 18 on the night. And I said you'd see more Riley. I don't want to be a liar. So did they leave her open again? Here you go. They left her open. Corner tray, 21 on the night for her. Game high. Homestead wins 72-37. Riley and Sydney Graber, they finished their Homestead careers with a 45-0 regular season mark in the SAC. Spartans finished that regular season 22-1. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. Over to Carroll. Greg Addison leading his Snyder Panthers into battle against Mark Redding's Chargers. Carroll wrapped up 2nd place in the conference with a win over Southside last week, and they did not struggle with Snyder tonight. They led by 15 at the half, adding to it in the 3rd, Emily Parrott. 3 on her jersey, 3 on the board. How you doing, big fella? Later, it's Parrott facilitating, finding a wide open Brianna Thomas on the baseline. Thomas knocks down the short jumper. And then it's Taylor Fordyce with the another nice feed here to Jasmine Anderson for the and 1. That puts the Chargers up 22 late in the 3rd quarter. How about this, Prince? Balanced effort from Carroll. Not a single girl in double figures, but they roll anyway, 63-34. That's a good win.
Bounce over to Bishop Dwenger. That's where we find the Southside Lady Archers tonight. Lamaya Woodson paying tribute to Kobe Bean Bryant with the numbers 8 and 24 written on her sneakers. Fast start for Southside in this one. Already up 3 when Jazz Combs cans a 3 from the corner. Moments later, J.C. Jones pushing the pace. Beautiful Euro step.
And a beautiful hot dog.
She can shoot. She can get to the hoop, too. There's a reason she'll be playing Division I basketball. The Detroit Mercy commit finishing with 15. Lady
How much
Archers,
that guy paid for that hot dog? What do they charge for those these days?
I don't know, like $2. Archers out to an 8-0 lead.
deal.
Dwenger gets on the board. Carissa Wigman into the lane. Goes off the glass. Saints within 3, but South finishes the quarter with another flurry. Includes Jones setting up Alea Chapman for the easy deuce. Juanita Goodwell's bunch led by 11 after 1. They win 50-41.
Last stop comes back at Lourdes. Mark Pixley and company rocking a T-shirt tonight, it looks like, closing the regular season, taking on Wayne. Generals much improved from a season ago. They hung around early. Amelia Diaz, I believe she's just a freshman, gets their first bucket. It's a 2-point game, but this one all about the Knights tonight. Anna Parent pulls down the rebound, gets the putback to go. She had 6. Later on in transition, the future Division I hooper at Bellarmine, Lydia Reinbold, smooth fadeaway jumper, 16 on the night for her. Lourdes would run away with this one. Indiana Tech commit here, Dory Javens. She had a game-high 18. Knights win 69-39. Nice.
And finally, it's time for our play of the night. We head back southwest. Big Devin Baney sealing the upset win for Northrop over Homestead. The big man, the big rejection on Patrick Raudenbush. The 3-ball could have won it for Homestead. Baney says no instead. Northrop wins that one 66-64.
To block that shot, to block a 3 like that and not foul.
He's a big boy.
Obviously, the last thing you want to do in that situation is foul a 3-point shooter. And so to time that up like that and to be able to block it in that situation and not foul, really impressive. And that's a huge win for Northrop. Kind of keeps them in the SAC championship race. I mean, obviously, they've got a couple of losses, but they're going to be right there. I mean, who knows? Snyder, Lourdes right now tied atop the standings, but you know, if one of those teams loses or both of them lose, all of a sudden, you know, we got chaos again. But right now, Snyder versus Lourdes. Who would have thought at the beginning of the season that meeting could potentially decide the SAC champion?
Absolutely. No kidding. Gotta love this time of year, too. It's all going to come down to the next few weeks. And
it's fun when it's wide open, too.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fun when you don't really know who's gonna get it done.
No doubt about it.